A lot of people ask me, how do you cut gas prices? Well, I'll let you know how. That's what we're talking about in today's lunch video. There are 4 things you can do. Obama might try to release oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. That'll lower prices for 20 minutes. But in terms of a real serious lowering of gas prices, there are 4 steps we can take that would have an effect immediately. The first one, obviously, is more drilling. We have 10% of the world's oil produced by the U.S. and Canada, and we're scheduled to grow to about 14% by 2016 and maybe as high as 18% by 2020. That's a very significant amount of oil. The reason oil prices are skyrocketing is that there's been a disruption in supply from Kuwait, Yemen, and Nigeria, and also from Iran. Combined, those countries produce much less oil than the U.S. does alone. So increasing our supply can do a lot. The second step is we have an 18-cent federal gas tax that initially was enacted to fund the construction of the interstate highway system under Eisenhower. We could have a 1-year moratorium on that gas tax. 1/4 of the money that's raised from the gas tax is used for maintenance and safety improvements to highways. You keep that. But 3/4 is new highway construction of new bridges and new roads. We can do without that for a year, I think. And that we could cut the gas tax by 13 or 14 cents. And I think that would be very significant. The third thing we can do is to curb speculation in the oil futures market. There's always been an oil futures market where you bet on what the price of oil is going to be down the road. And that was always used by the oil industry, or railroads, or car companies, or anyone that's derivative of that industry, or dependent on it, to hedge their bets about prices. If they're worried that prices are going to go up, they bet that they're going to go up, and that way they make money even if they're losing it because of a higher price or a lower price. They're hedging their bets by these future investments. But then the speculators took over the market. And now 70% of the investments in that market are by people that have nothing to do with oil. They'd rather bet on oil than on red or black in Vegas. And that's why they're investing their money. We can stop that. We could ban the repatriation of profits by speculators from the oil futures market. So even if the market is in London, as it is now, we could still stop those speculators. Forbes magazine says that's responsible for 59 cents of the gas price that we now pay per gallon. The fourth thing that we could do is to stabilize our currency and not let it depreciate as it is. We say that oil prices have doubled since Obama took office. Well, the fact is that what's happened is the dollar has lost half its value since Obama took office. And since oil prices are denominated in dollars, the price rose. It still costs about 16 barrels of oil to buy an ounce of gold. That's what it cost in 1948. That's what it costs now. In fact, the funny thing is, there used to be a silver content in a dime, and 20 cents was enough to buy a gallon of gas in 48. The silver content that was in 2 dimes, isn't there anymore, is still enough to buy a gallon of gas. What's happened is that the dollar is losing its value, and because the dollar gas prices are pegged to the global market, we see it there first, and we understand the inflation that's going on there first, and then we see it in other sectors of our economy. So stop printing money. Obama has tripled the money supply since he took office. And the result is nobody's got faith in the dollar, its purchasing power is crashing, and the price of oil and the price of gasoline is skyrocketing. It's the price we're paying for Obama's stupid economic policy of wantonly printing money that doesn't stimulate the economy, but it sure stimulates global inflation, particularly in oil, which is denominated in dollars. So those are the 4 things. Cut the gas tax temporarily, drill more, curb speculation in the oil futures market, and stabilize our currency. That'll bring oil prices down. Thanks for watching.